channel. Today I wanted to do a cool toned all matte vampy look, and I really like how it turned out. I think it looks really good. This would be perfect for like a night out. It really wasn't that hard to accomplish. The hardest thing maybe was wing liner, and I didn't put lashes on. I don't wear lashes at I can put lashes on other people, but I find it really difficult to put them on myself, so I don't typically wear lashes, but maybe in the future I'll start wearing them because this look would probably be at the next level. But don't feel like you need to. It looks good just without the lashes. Any makeup look will look good just without lashes. Lashes are just the extra mile, and yeah. And if you want to learn how to get this makeup on, then keep watching. So first we're going to start off by taking Foxy from the Naked 2 palette, and we're just going to set our eyeshadow primer. I use the Jessie Girls eyeshadow primer, and my eyebrows are already done. Then we're going to take this light coffee-like color, and we're going to use that as a transition shade, and this is from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. And we're just going to dust that all over the crease area. And blending lightly. I'm trying to focus most of the color on the outer edge and then doing sweeping and circle motions. Then I decided that I wanted to put some tape so that we could have a precise sharp line, and this will help later when you do your wing liner. It'll kind of give you a guide on where to put your wing liner. And then I'm going to take Tease from the Naked 2 palette, and I'm going to put that right below where I put that transition shade, so that it has like a gradient effect, so it goes from darker to lighter. And I'm going to focus most of that on the outer corner, not being too precise with it because I don't mind if it gets on my outer lid, but keeping it off of the first half of my eyelid. And I'm doing the same motions as I did with the transition shade. Then I'm going to take a clean brush, or that first brush that we use that has a little bit of that foxy color on it, and just blend out the edges so that we don't have any harsh lines. Next I'm going to take this mauve dusty rose color from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I'm going to place it right on top of the Tease just to give it a little bit of color, but nothing too much because we are doing a bold lip. But I do like the touch of purple it added to the look. Then I'm going to take these two colors of the dark brown and the dark purple, and I'm going to mix them, and then I'm going to put them on the outer V of my eye, and I'm kind of going to mimic a winged liner. And I want to keep it on the edge to make it the darkest on the outer corner to have that depth there. And I'm using a pencil brush to do this part, and I'm sorry I didn't mention my other two brushes. The purple brush is a Real Techniques blending brush, and the other brush is, I want to say it's from an Amazon palette or an Amazon brush collection, I'm not sure, but it's just a fluffy blending brush and it works just fine. And then I just blended that out with the Real Techniques brush. Then I'm taking Foxy again, and I know that this part skipped out, but I took Foxy and I put it on the inner half of my eyelid just to open up the eyes a little bit. And right here I'm just applying my wing liner. I am starting from the inner corner and going all the way out to the outer corner, and I do a really thin line. Then I go from the outer corner and I draw a line up towards my eyebrow, and then connect the end of that line to my inner corner, and then just fill it in. And then I'm taking my concealer on a small concealer brush and I'm just cleaning up underneath that wing liner to make it sharp. And then I'm just going to tap the concealer out with my finger. Next, I am taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara and coating my lashes twice with this because this adds a lot of volume to my lashes and my lashes are pretty small. And then I'm going to take my Jelly Pong Fairy Lashes Mascara and put that on top just to add some length. Now I am putting on my moisturizer. This is the Aveeno Radiant Daily Moisturizer, I believe. I will have it listed below. Now I'm taking the Nivea Post Shave Balm, I believe it's called, for sensitive skin. For men. It's a great primer. I absolutely love it as a primer, but you're gonna rub it in until it gets tacky on your skin, and that's when you know it's ready for your foundation. Next, I am taking my foundation, and this I use the L'Oreal or the Maybelline Infallible, and I used the shade 7, I believe, and then I took my Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation and in the shade, ooh, I don't know the shade really, but I will list that down below. I can't remember what the shade is, but I took those two and I mixed them. The Tarte one was a little light, and so I just mixed in the darker one because that one is too dark for me right now, and just to get my perfect color. And then I buffed that in with another the Real Techniques foundation brush, and I just buffed it in circular motions, dragged it down to my neck, yada yada. And then I'm going to just add a little bit more coverage in a few areas, in my few problem areas. And then I'm going to take the Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I dampened it, and then I'm going to pounce that into my skin just to push the foundation into my skin, and it'll give you a more flawless coverage. And here I'm taking the Tarte Amazonian Clay concealer and just further concealing a few places, and then I'm going to tap it out with the sponge just to blend in the concealer. And now I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand, and I am going to start highlighting my face and concealing my under eyes. So I just go from the inner corner of my eye and do a triangle underneath. So I go down to my nostril and then back up. And when you go all the way, instead of just under your eyes, it's gonna it's gonna lift your face. And then I'm just gonna add that to my normal highlighting areas. My chin, my nose, and my forehead. My forehead is rather small, so I like a lot of brightness to be right there just to make my face look a little bit more proportioned. And then I'm blending that out with that Real Technique blending sponge. And then I'm gonna bake, and I'm using the NYX pressed translucent HD powder, and this is the white one. This isn't my favorite. It's kind of dry, but I need to get my hands on a new one to try out. So this is just what I have on me right now and what I'm using. But I just load up the sponge with a lot of product, and then I press it into the skin very lightly, and then I'm going to let it sit for quite a while before I dust it off, maybe 5 minutes. Next, I'm going to start cream contouring, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick. I'm not sure what shade this is. I'm pretty sure it's cocoa, but I'm not positive. And I'm just going to map out where I want my contour to be. And then I will blend it out with the sponge and the foundation brush just to make it move a little bit easier. So right here you can see me blending out the concealer with the sponge, and then you'll see me do it with the brush in a few seconds. But I'm just kind of tapping and dragging so that it's not so harsh. But we want to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines. So here I'm blending it out with the brush just to get rid of those harsh lines. Next, I'm taking the Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm going to set it with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And I want a lot of the product to be back towards my ear because it'll make your contour look, it'll make your contour look a little deeper. And then here I'm taking the powder brush from the Real Techniques, and I am blending it out again so we don't have any harsh lines. And then again I'm gonna bake, and this is a Real Techniques foundation brush, but I don't use these brushes for foundation, but I find it perfect to use for baking because it's pretty stiff, and so it creates a perfect line really easily. And again, I am just packing on the product. Next, I am taking my blush, and I believe this is by Makeup Revolution, and it's a peachy pinky shade. I'm not sure what it's called at this moment, but I'll list it down below. And I am keeping this further back. I'm not putting this on the apples of my cheeks again because my face is pretty round and I already have big cheeks as is, so I don't want to draw attention to it. But I am just placing this blush right above where I put that contour. And then I'll blend it out so it doesn't look so crazy. But I absolutely love this blush. This blush was like $5, and the pigmentation in it is so great. Like, it is so good. Like, I'm probably never gonna run out of this blush. Okay, so here I am taking, I believe this is a contour brush from K, maybe? Anyways, I am taking this brush because I don't know where my fan brush is at, but I'm taking Ofra's Bliss and using that as a highlight. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a golden color and I absolutely love it. Oh, next I am taking my Tarte bronzer in Princess Aveeno. I don't know why I forgot to do this part, but I totally forgot about bronzer. And I'm just bronzing the areas that I want to be, you know, bronzed, obviously. So around my hairline, my cheekbones, just the places that sun would naturally tan. And the only reason I add it to my forehead was to balance out the color in my face, because again, my forehead isn't big, so it's not like it's a necessity. It's not to make my forehead look smaller or anything. It's just to balance out the color in my face. And then I just kind of tapped in that highlighter that I put on just to make it seem, or just to make it melt into my skin a little bit more, because sometimes it looks a little too powdery and I don't like that. And I apologize if you can hear my daughter screaming in the background. She just woke up from her nap. And then I'm going to highlight, I highlighted the tip of my nose and my Cupid's bow, just to draw attention to those areas. And then I'm going to highlight down the center of my nose as well. And now I am just taking that duo fiber brush that I used earlier to dust off the rest of my bake on my cheeks. And next I'm going to start doing my lower lash line, and I am taking that first transition color, that light coffee color, and I am going to drag that along my entire lower lash line with a pencil brush. And I'm not sure where this pencil brush is from. I've had it for years. Next I'm going to take this angled brush. Again, this is from that Amazon collection, I believe. And I took that mauve color and just put it over that transition shade. Next I took that dark brown and dark purple, and I'm just applying that to the outer half of my eye. And then I'm going to take a black liner, a black kohl liner, and put that in the waterline. I'm not sure where this liner is from. I got it in an Ipsy bag a while ago, but I will list the name down below. I absolutely love it. It's so creamy and it glides on so smoothly. And I don't drag my eye, I just barely push the skin. And then I'm going to smudge out on the outer half, not going all the way in, just on the outer half, that black liner. And then I'm applying the Jelly Pong Fairy Lashes mascara to my bottom lashes. Now I'm just taking a brown liner because I don't have a dark lip liner and lining my lips. I'm not overlining or anything. And then I'm just going to fill in my lips with that brown eyeliner. I'm not going to fill in all the way. Like, I'm going to leave the center of my lips blank because the lipstick that we put on is pretty dark. So it's not really going to show through. Now I am adding my lipstick, and this is the MAC Smoked Purple lipstick, and it's just a really almost black purple lipstick, and I love it. It's so pretty. And then our look will be done. Enjoyed this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and Please subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!